Good morning, Grievers. It's a really pretty morning. So I turn the music's off, fan off. I'm leaving home about 7 minutes later than I usually do. It's Friday. I've been moving at the speed of a snail. Been faffing around, enjoying this stunning morning. I went for a beach walk and I didn't like come back up the hill as quickly as I meant to. I've just been faffing around. Hello, Michelle P. Hello, where's Kenny? Where is Kenny? Um, yeah, I've been stuffing around, but obviously the YouTubes are flooded with Thanksgiving lives and videos and community page posts with everyone expressing their. Oh God, I'm just going to put my glasses, my sunnies on for a little while because it's right in my eyeballs. I'll put my readers back on in a minute. I thought I'd jump on the, Thanksgiving bandwagon since we don't do it here. We practice gratitude and thanks on a daily basis. I'm sounding like my cynical mother who used to say, tell me you love me and you appreciate me every day, not just one day a year. She was so anti-Mother's Day, it wasn't funny. And I know you guys express thanks and gratitude on a daily basis too. It was just a pretty lame joke. Why me at 7 in the morning? I would hate anyone to get upset and have their Thanksgiving ruined because of a little cheeky Tasmanian. So I thought we could do some reasons to be thankful this morning while we're stuck in traffic shortly. I'll start with that. I'm thankful I get stuck in traffic because it means A, I've got a car, B, I'm going to a job because I wouldn't be driving in peak hour traffic for any other reason. And C, it means I can go live and crawl along in that traffic and catch up with all of you groovers. Multitasking. As you guys know, I will read chat when I can. I can't at the moment because I'm actually having to wear sunglasses because the sun is right in my eye. I'm thankful for the sun right in my eye too. I love me some sunshine. It's only meant to get to 14 or 15 degrees today in Hobart, but we always have beautiful sunny moments. Mornings, I mean, down this way. I'm vague. I'm tired. I'm vague. I'm not tired. I'm just no. I'm just really crazy. And there's not much of an accelerator button on me at the moment. Hey, just a reminder too, guys, when we are cruising along in chat, I'm really good at reading when it's safe. I can only read things that are written in capital letters and I can't read paragraphs. Like, if you can try and keep your comments punchy and short, pretend we're on old-fashioned Twitter back in the day where you only had 100 signatures. I do read as much chat as I can, especially when we're crawling along in traffic. But it helps me because my phone is a long way from my face. I do have to wear prescription glasses to read anyway. Hi to everyone cruising in. I will be able to address you all fairly soon. But yeah, if you're chatting amongst yourself, Have I missed something? But also timing is everything. Like clearly right now, I'm driving along an open road. I'm not going to be reading chat. So if you've got gratitude offerings that you want to mention while we head to town, time it when I'm likely to read it because I can't scroll back up. I really can't do much at all. And I'm thankful for that too. Oh. I can see the art of handmade dolls and stuff's arrived only because her name stands out because it's a longer one and I can see dolls at the end. I'll be able to put my reading glasses back on soon, but for the moment the sun is right in my right eye. It feels beautiful though. My face is all warm. I love the sun. I love it. It makes people feel good. That vitamin D and I think I'm just in that Friday mindset. I'm just like, oh, Friday. I only work every second Friday. Praise be. I'm thankful for that. People get Mondayitis and don't like Mondays at all, but I actually think I love Fridays. I don't like working on Friday. I mean, I'm fine for today, but I'm glad I don't have to do 2 Fridays a month. It is a big cloud. Happy Thanksgiving, Trixie Tension. You guys have to tell me all about your Thanksgiving feasts. That was my favorite holiday when I lived in America, Thanksgiving. Even more than Christmas. Because, A, it's unique, like we didn't have Thanksgiving here. B, it kind of reminded me more of our Christmases than your Christmases because of the whole turkey thing. And I know some of you do turkeys at Christmas as well, but I really liked it. I like shoving my face with food at the best of times, but that particular day, the food was awesome. Plus, I mean, I've grown up in Australia watching a lot of American TV shows. So, you know, that year I was there, I got to do all the things I'd seen on TV for years, like prom, homecoming, Thanksgiving, 4th of July. Like I got to do all of these, even standing up every morning at school and singing your national anthem and Halloween, because it wasn't big here growing up. It's sort of infiltrating our culture now, but it wasn't something that was part of my childhood at all. My first Halloween was in the US of A, and we all wore togas because that was the easiest. We were going to be ghosts with sheets, and then we were like, no, let's all wear togas. We were kind of like a frat party. And we just wandered around and watched what was going on. Went and knocked on a few doors, but for the most part just got out there amongst it all. Eating and drinking, that's what it's all about. Bit like our Boxing Day, which they have in Canada too. The Commonwealth countries have Boxing Day, the 26th of December. That's very much a post-Christmas lie around and eat and drink. It's a family tradition for us. Boxing Day is a bigger day for partying than Christmas Day. Christmas Day requires a bit of control to handle recalcitrant, angry, elderly relatives. So Boxing Day is kind of like we made it, we survived, let's party. And it's also Sunny's birthday. She's a little Boxing Day baby, so I've bought her a Christmas present. Now I've got to get her her birthday present. Poor little thing. Christmas Day and then her birthday. Then she's got to wait a whole year. No, she doesn't. She gets spoiled every single day. Yep, breaking my diet rules exactly, Trixie. It was actually nice though to see so many positive messages and not wake up to the usual so and so is a lying bitch threads. I was like, oh look, today YouTube actually seems to have a, a hint of positivity and love. How refreshing. Like honestly, that was how I felt. I was like, oh, why do you grievers like Halloween more than Thanksgiving? Do you like all the ghosty getting dressed up, taking the kids out trick or treating? And you don't have to really, I mean, you can decorate your house a little bit, but you don't have to do a shitload of cooking. Is that why? It's just a bit more fun. Because, see, I'm all about food. I don't have children, so my connection to Halloween is pretty minimal. And down where I live, they have, because of social distancing and gathering rules and bloody COVID changing the world, down where I live, everyone had to register their house if they were going to be getting in on the Halloween thing or not. And I just chose not to put my address on there. I mean, there were plenty of other places that were into it. I am a bit critical of Australia adopting a lot of American things. I think there are some things that just should stay in certain countries. But Australia has jumped on a lot of American things, and I don't know, there's things that make our cultures, well, not unique. Halloween's not unique to the States, but I hope you know what I'm saying. You guys love a parade. You'll parade for anything. I spent a lot of my time in America in parades. It didn't help that I lived in Kansas City the year they won the World Series baseball. Kansas City went nuts. 1985 or 6. I was there for 85, 86. I can't remember. A shitload of parades. Ticker tape parades. You wouldn't see me anywhere near a parade now. I don't go anywhere near large crowds anymore. Not interested. Not interested. But I'm sure you're all enjoying, that sort of return to the parades you're used to after last year's version. No, well, that's the thing with Thanksgiving, the genocidal part of it. I mean, is there a movement in the US to, this is terrible. I mean, I've been in America and I studied American history at school here, but also in the US. Is the date of Thanksgiving controversial? Is Thanksgiving sort of the equivalent of Australia Day, where we have pretty much tried to change the date because it literally was the date that we invaded Australia and the genocide that we committed against our Indigenous population was absolutely horrific. is the day Columbus landed on the land? Like, is that right? Or am I? Yeah, because Independence Day is completely different. That one's worth celebrating. But I do remember the modern Addams Family, the one where Christina Ricci plays Wednesday Addams, going absolutely nuts at a Thanksgiving play that they put on about the genocide of your Indigenous population. Because maybe you guys should start pushing for the date to change too. Because I'm pretty sure the school I was at in the Midwest, we were sort of fed the cookie cutter version of Thanksgiving. Oh, they all sat at the same table and broke bread together kind of stuff. And that's not right, is it? I'm waiting for my American subs to educate me. I'm very vague today. I don't know what's going on. I haven't had breakfast. That could be it. I seriously have been moving at the speed of snail. I've been faffing around and suddenly I'm like, you do know you're working today. I was like, oh, better get in the car then. But this slow-moving traffic, I'm thankful to be in it. Ah, Michelle, okay, so you've shifted it. Yeah, interesting. I wondered if some of you groovers would be doing that because, I mean, in Australia, Australia Day, which is the 26th of January, is referred to by many now as Invasion Day. And a lot of things that used to happen on that day have been moved to, because it's a bit of a quandary. But then when I was doing breakfast radio, we did a phone-in. I mean, I was on radio in the 2000s, and we did a phone-in about Australia Day / Invasion Day and really encouraged Indigenous Tasmanians to call in because, it's one thing to get all fired up and raise your banners and get out there, demanding change. But when you're doing it on behalf of a population that may or may not be offended by that date, you got to find out how they feel about it. Now, obviously, there are a lot of Indigenous Australians who have serious issues with Australia Day being on that Invasion Day date. But it was pretty interesting that the woman who ran at the time the Aboriginal Legal Rights Centre rang up and she's like, I fucking love Australia Day. We have a barbie, the friends come around, we put on Triple J's an Australian radio station. They're kind of an independent, cool music radio station. So they used to do the hottest 100 on Australia Day. It's like a countdown of the top 100 songs from the last year. She didn't it. She's like, we fucking love Australia Day at our place. So, you got to ask around a bit. But the majority of Australians think it's a shitty date to be celebrating. It is hard to celebrate the death of people when there are people starving, for sure. Hey, Miss T. Michelle P. I'm Aboriginal. I just didn't feel right. So I do it another day and I feel very thankful. Yeah. I'd love to chat with you about your heritage sometime, Michelle P. I seriously wish I had more interesting components to my existence. Christopher Columbus was a monster, yes, Trixie Tension. Don't worry, we had equivalents here too. I mean, the only thing interesting about me is that I'm a bloody descendant of a bunch of criminals who came out here. But, I couldn't be more vanilla, really. I'm completely straight, which bugs me because in the comedy world, if you're straight, you've got nothing to talk. You can't get up there and do a whole routine about being straight. But if you have any other kind of sexual preference, You can do years and years of comedy about that topic and nothing else and become an international superstar. I'm white, boring. I'm descendant of Scottish and Irish criminals. Kind of interesting. Like I'm just a blip, you know. There's nothing quirky about me at all. I'm just fascinated by every other culture on the planet and what their cultural like traditions are, their look, how they look. Hello, Casper. Good morning to you. Oh, Miss T. Your mum's Aboriginal, your father Chinese. Wow. That's a wicked combo. You must be very beautiful. Oh, Casper, no. Casper's got a boner. He's thankful for that. Well, I hope you can sort it out before you go to work. Are you not working today? Please don't sort it out while you're in chat. Casper. Michelle P, a mix, mostly Aboriginal and French. Gorgeous. Yep, hence the last name. So your last name is T? One of my exes is Scottish, and he ended up marrying a girl who is she's from like both of her parents are Asian, but from different countries. So let's just say I can't remember Chinese and South Korea, whatever. Um, but Colin was determined to give his babies Scottish names, and both of them like they had two kids, and they still kind of look at their babies who I mean, I don't know, they're probably 10 and 8 or something now, but they're Hamish and Angus. And apparently she's always like, you know, I wish that it was at least my surname. Oh, your last name's Lee. Oh, sorry, I didn't read that before. I'm not very good with small letters when I'm in the car because I wear glasses and I can't read. The phone's quite a way away from my face. Someone doesn't know their background at all, they're going to get a DNA test. Oh, Spanish food. Hell yes. Although, I mean, I love all cuisines, but one of my absolute favorites is Vietnamese because it's sort of the true original fusion food. You've got the Asian spices mixed with all the French butter and cream and baguettes, and oh my God, could you put two better cuisines together than French and Asian? Vietnamese, oh my God, that food's sensational. Yeah, I don't think you're yelling at me. I'm begging you to put in caps because I don't want to miss stuff. Mind you, we're going to be on the highway soon, so I won't be able to read chat for a while. But when we get to town, I've got to chuck on my makeup and we can have a good chat then too. Occasionally I can glance, which is why the caps help me. Out of handmade dolls, those Italian food. I used to. I've gone off it. I mean, I've had to limit my carbs. I'm unfortunately one of those body types that carbs just makes me rounder and rounder. Mind you, if I'm doing any Asian cuisine, I always do a little bit of rice. Rice is one of my favourite things in the world, as are potatoes. Both of them not good for me and my body type at all. I think after not only traveling through Asia a lot throughout my life, but also living there, I'm all for the spicy, and I love Middle Eastern food. Oh my god, I love banquets. I love making all these beautiful things and just spreading them out on the table, and everyone just communes together and shares food, which is why I liked Thanksgiving. But yeah, all the sort of Middle Eastern spices, and I love curries. But yeah, I mean, I love our work Christmas dinner is at an Italian restaurant this year, and it's one of the best ones in Hobart, if not the best. And don't get me wrong, I'm incredibly excited about it. And I still do make Italian food. I'm really into baby gnocchi at the moment. I've always loved gnocchi, but the big gnocchi pillows were starting to get a bit heavy for me. So I've discovered the world of baby gnocchi, and I love, like pan frying the gnocchi so it gets a bit of crunch on it, bit of bacon or pancetta, some fresh peas, dash of cream, salt and pepper and parmesan. You can't go wrong. That's a really easy dinner to make when you get home, and yum. And I love amatriciana. I like the sort of spicy pasta sauces that have got a bit. I really need spice in my food. I'd find like plain French cuisine really boring. I do, and I avoid it. My food has to have a personality. Look, carbs are glorious. I I bought when I had the family over on the week last weekend. I bought the most unbelievable. I've always loved sourdough bread, but the loaf that I bought was the best. I'm like, oh shit! And it was from the bakery down where I live, and I haven't bought their bread for ages. And I was like, Tori, no, you've just discovered the best sourdough loaf in the world. But they also like and truly, it's a really daggy little bakery. Like, I'm not tooting their trumpet because they're local. They're very daggy. A lot of their stuff is overcooked and wrong, but this sourdough loaf, holy shit. But they've got like a stencil that says sourdough and in like called cursive writing. And then they've sprinkled plain flour, I think. So the loaf actually has sourdough written across the top of it. And it was just like, oh my God, this is not only the best bread ever, but it's arty. There's a bit of art going on the bread. But yeah, culturally, there's nothing that exciting about me, but my background. But there's interesting things about me. Like one of my ancestors is on the $20 bill in Australia. Like I've got some cool things, but me personally, like when I was doing stand-up comedy, I didn't have a hook. I didn't have a thing that was that interesting about me that would hook people in. I mean, I could be as funny as I wanted to, but you kind of got to have a little hook, something quirky about you. And I was really just a little blip. Lindley recorded a song last night. Oh my God, it's so bad. It, it cracks me up how bad it is. I don't, I'm so proud that I really don't care about looking appalling on YouTube. Like, I love that I don't put on any makeup. I hold the camera right up close to my face, which is not a good look. I'm proud of myself for not. I mean, I'd like to make an effort, but sometimes you just got to go live and you don't have time to get all frocked up. But I'm really proud of myself that I don't, like, Lindley just allows me to be as appalling as possible, and I love it. She's liberating me. I won't be able to read that comment out of Handmade Dolls. Sorry, Gorge. I'll try to catch up with chat as always when I get to town, but you might be chatting to everyone in the chat, which is fine. That's kind of how I look at my chat now on drives is if it's lowercase paragraphs, it's for people in chat. But please don't think I'm ignoring anyone. I challenge all of you to just go live or even just put a video on and drive in your car. And I know, because you need to see what it's like with chat as well. But yeah, I'm obviously focusing on the safety of road users and my own at the moment. Just went past a little watch out for bandicoot sign. I haven't even had a sip of my coffee yet. Yum. God, Tori, why didn't you hoe into this at the start of this live? It might have woken you up. Sunny was already out in her daybed in her enclosure when I left. Just to, rub it in. Oh, you're off to work, human. Well, I'm going to go and loll around in my hammock/daybed out in my private enclosure. Off you go. Go and make some money so you can buy me food. Thank you. Do you guys do that? Do you guys look at your animals and go, your pets, and they're like, what I would give to be you? I'm coming back as one of my own pets or a pet of one of my friends for sure. We all lush all over our pets and man, they have a good life. You can't believe how far I drive to work. Really? I mean, it's usually like if it's not peak hour, and it's actually the traffic hasn't been too bad today, but if it's not peak hour, I only live like 35 minutes out of Hobart. I mean, for Tasmanians, when I built the place down at the beach, they were like, God, what are you moving all the way down there for? It's like, it's only half an hour away from the city. But for Tasmanians, anything more than 15 minutes is a trek. But, I chose to build a house down on the coast and live in that community. Plus, I'm only part-time. Like, I wouldn't like this commute 5 days a week. We've got a bit of flexibility too. Like we've got options like working from home, or if I decided to start work earlier, if I came in at like 7, finish at 3. But I think as one of my last jobs, I spent a lot of time on the road. I mean, I drove a long way, a lot. This is nothing for me. And I quite like putting on I used to put on podcasts and just get to listen to a really good podcast driving in. But yeah, I mean, I chose to build where I built. My sister is 20 minutes past me, so she's got like an hour's commute pretty much in non-peak hour traffic. But we were both sort of like, that's the price you pay to live in beautiful parts of the island. I mean, don't get me wrong, Kenny. Where's Kenny? I've spent a lot of my life living in the middle of cities. Like I've got to either be out of town and down the coast in a little beach house, or I've got to be right in the middle of a city. I don't do suburbia very well at all. So yeah, in the previous times before I built down there, I lived in the middle of the city. I used to walk to work. But I don't miss being in the city at all. Like most of you guys know, I love where I am, and that's another thing I'm thankful for. I'm thankful that I was born on this little island. It's pretty special. Hello, Sarah. How's things in the UK? How's England? But yeah, I'm thankful I was born on this island. I mean, I've had the incredible fortune to be able to travel the world and live in other countries and meet people from all over the world. And there's something very special about Tasmania. I know people get very biased about where they live, but so many people have moved here, and I love listening to them talking about why they moved here, and they get it. They've identified what not everyone, there's a lot of people who live here who can't stand living here, and they haven't really been able to experience other places to realise how lucky they are. But yeah, it's just a really special little island. Bloody freezing, Sarah. Will stay warm. Thanks for dropping in, Tamara. Let Mr. Recliner know if you're still here. There's an offering for from Lindley that will hopefully crack him up. Lindley. What's happened to Lindley, to Lynn? Is Lynn still around? I guess they don't have a case to stream 24/7 at the moment. Are they waiting for another case that attracts a lot of media attention so they can just start streaming people again? Like, where is she? Is she still around? I don't watch those channels, but I kind of figured I would have seen some clips of her, or people would be talking about her. But where's she gone? Lindley needs some new material. God, I love Small though. There was a really bad delay happening on it, and they've fixed it. So I'm a bit excited because it was making everybody sound like they were behind the beat, and it's bad enough when you're singing really badly and you're also delayed. I've tried to do a few serious sort of songs with people, but I don't have a phone that I can plug little earbuds into, and they all use earbuds and use the little mic on the... How come nobody's do I need to buy a little adapter or something? How have all of these people got phones that still have a headphone outlet? Mine doesn't. Everything's Bluetooth. I think I just spotted Scout. Scout, have you seen your friend Sunny's video I never get to capture her. 'Cause she's so fast. I want to capture her on footage doing her zoomies and stuff. But I was pretty excited to catch her getting on the table to wash her fanny. Oh, you're downloading small now. Yes, well, get ready. My phone doesn't throw me off when that happened. Yeah, it's sort of weird, wasn't it, that outlet that everybody had? But yeah, they're all on there. Everyone's got those old, I call them old fashioned now, the little earbuds with a cord. Whoops. They're what are those things called? They're not are they called headphones too? You saw Sunny cleaning her fanny, yes. On the table. Dirty girl. But I did strategically put a floral over her flower. There actually aren't any rules in my house for her. I mean, I've got cleaning products, you know. If I need to use the table, I can easily clean it. Try telling a cat they can't go somewhere. Good luck with that. I sang a Queen song with Adam Lambert yesterday. He's cool. Fuck, he can sing. I really should pay more attention to him and what he's doing with Queen because I love Freddie Mercury so much. I was a little bit like, there can be only one. For those of you who are Highlander fans and know the Highlander soundtrack, you'd be like, oh my God, Tori, that comment about Freddie Mercury had so many levels to it. You're a genius. Yeah, I know. Caps on a phone sucks. Well, I'm nearly at the car park, so you don't have to do that anymore. Oh, shit. No, I haven't looked up Callum Scott. Sorry, where's Kenny? Looks like armchairs arrived. G'day. Yes, Scout. What did you think of your buddy Sonny? Huh? Huh? Leaping. Ruth messaged me and said you need to move the pot plant. I think Ruth was feeling for poor Sonny that when she was on the coffee table, after she jumped off the TV table onto the coffee table, that she got to the end and couldn't jump from there to the chair because of this little plant in a pot that was in the way. So she had to momentarily get on the floor where animals and human beings should be walking. Ruth was like, move that pot plant. I was like, huh? And then I watched the video again. I'm like, oh, poor Sonny. She had to get on the floor where she should have been the whole time. But yeah, what did you think of her getting on the dining room table to clean herself? Sonny does no wrong. Actually, what cracks me up in that video is her tail. I can't stop watching her tail action. Her big floofy tail cracks me up. You're right, though. Sunny can do no wrong. She is perfection. She really is a cool little animal. Last night she gets on my chest when I get into bed. I was giving her a head massage and she'd obviously had enough and she lifted up her arm and just pushed my hand down with her paw to say enough. And we just laid there with her paw on my hand. And I thought, could you be more gorgeous? Really? My park is here. Awesome. I got into town in good time. I don't know what's going on with the traffic. Oh, maybe school's finished. It's like bliss. What a good run in. I left home late. That was like a 40-minute drive. 45-minute drive. Uh, yeah, 7. My Staffy Blaze just farted. He stinks. All right, I'm going to put on a bit of makeup while we can chat too. Um, I've never actually, it's kind of a weird conversation, but Biscuit, yeah, I want to get a little video, Chad, to see if you could see, to see like a little camera, motion activated camera to see what she gets up to. I suspect she sleeps most of the day because that's kind of what she does when I'm there. Um, Biscuit, my previous feline, she used to save up a fart till I got into bed and she'd get right up near my head and let it rip, and it was disgusting. But I can honestly say, since February when I got Sunny, I have never experienced a Sunny fart, a Sunny pop off. Not one. She's a lady, unlike the big sister who didn't give a fuck about my well being at all. Biscuit's farts were disgusting, but she was on a lot of medication, and I really think that affected her aromats. Hello, Ruth. Well, I was just talking about Mr. Recliner Man just came in. If you clean yourself on the table, I think it's breakfast. Look at you flirting in the chat, you dirty person. Casper came in earlier just to tell everyone that he had a morning boner and then he left again. That was nice. Yeah, we do need a kitty cam. You'd go nuts, Scout. Sarah's dying. Are we thankful for our pets' farts? There's a question for you, Thanksgiving folk. Is that on your list of gratitude? Oh no, what's with the morning smut from the Australian contingents? So Casper just rocks up and goes, I'm thankful for morning wood, and then didn't say another word. Well, at least I didn't say another word. I was like, Casper, thank you. Thank you for that. And now we've got Miss T and Recliner Man putting bad vision. I visualize everything, so you two would have a pretty good idea of what I'm visualizing right now. Right, I'll just put on some foundations. The foundation of an attempt at a decent face. Oh, God, it's all a bit much on a Friday. It's a good day today, though. I don't know if my colleague Sarah will be back. She was really sick earlier in the week. I'm kind of hoping she's not in because you really do need a good week to get over a nasty cold or flu. When your dog farts and surprises herself. So, yeah, Ruth, I was telling everyone about how you messaged me and told me to move the pot plant because poor Sunny had to get off the second table she was on and momentarily be on the carpet before on the rug before she then jumped onto the chair and then the table. No, fuck it, I'm leaving it. Her obstacle course, she needs to have a few unexpected surprises. She will travel all over the house on things rather than use the floor if she can. So I'm going to mess with her a little bit. She's a really good jumper. She'll get on the table that she's on in that video, and there's an armchair that I was sitting in filming her when she did that little sprint. And she gets on that table. She jumps from that table onto the arm of the armchair that's closest to the table that I'm sitting in. Then she jumps from that arm to the other arm, but over me, and then onto the couch that's beyond the armchair. And I'm just like, you're right there? Stunt man. If I didn't find them really ugly to look at, I'd love to. I keep trying to find a really cool sort of um, cat tree because, I remember seeing years ago a Finnish design and it was all on the ceiling and it was timber. It was all kind of hanging from the ceiling. Like these sort of cat runs and these cats just tearing around up on the ceiling. She would love that. Oh my God. But a lot of those cat trees are just really ugly and they take up space. I'm already struggling with all the clutter that just comes with having a cat in the house, let alone adding more things. Let me just put my powder on and then I can come back to chat because I don't like getting foundation on my glasses. So is everybody thankful for their floofs? Do you include them in your Thanksgiving speeches? You should. I'd be like, I'm really thankful for Sunny. She is perfection. The rest of you guys, yeah, we're kind of thankful for you too. You're all right. You go all right. Well, you can thank yourself, Irvin. Sarah's thankful for her gin and tonic. Yes, that's a good one. Thankful for whatever gets us through this thing called life. I'm thankful for you guys. I'm thankful that a whole lot of people that contain traces of nuts have all found each other. Oh no, the floating dancers. Thanks. Well, you watched it. You could have looked away. You sat there and watched it and then you're traumatized and thanks. Well, they are creepy. I mean, I did say they're creepy before I played it. Scouts, Mr. Recliner Man, I want to thank Lindley. Yes, everyone needs to thank Lindley. Lindley's keeping me highly entertained. I actually find, originally when I did that first parody with Mel Mel, I was like, oh my God, I'm going to die of boredom being Lindley. But now I love her. I love how easy she is to parody. Whereas poor Mel Mel, when she does Natalia, she puts her neck out. She's like, I keep saying to her, do you want to do another parody? And she's like, I'm still recovering from the last one. Like, she actually gets hurt physically being Natalia, whereas I just get to sit there and do fuck all. It's great. I'm a big fan of parodying Lindley now. Lindley's Lindley's singing the blues and doing all sorts of shit. I actually had a song scheduled for today and I took it down because I thought it was hilarious. And then I was like, there's people on my channel that have got no idea about Natasha and Lynn at all. And I'd be like, what is Tori doing? Like, even though it says Lindley, they'd just be like, I don't know what that means. But they'd be like, why is she doing this appalling singing and swearing her head off? So I actually took it down because I thought I could start uploading Lindley's songs to the Lindley. I've got a Lindley channel now. There's nothing on it. I just want to take her into chat. Although I went into Surviving the Storms as her and I was saying hi to people and everyone was really wary of Lindley. I think people thought that someone's made a troll account or something. It was me. So I had to log out and go back in as Traces of Nuts because people were looking at Lindley with a side eye. Poor Lindley. You adore her. Yeah, she's fun. I can say I happily I'll be Lindley for the rest of my life. It's nice. There's things that I want to do sometimes on YouTube, and I'm like, no, Tori, you can't do that. But now I've got Lindley. It's like, get Lindley to do it. Because I mean, the what's the word? The sky's the limit with her. Anything that's a bit dodgy, questionable, inappropriate, I'm like, Lindley, you're on. Over to you, kiddo. Thank you, Michelle. It is fun. It is fun. Poor Lindley, just way more. Hey, Audrey, more cool than Lynn. No, she's not cool. Lindley is not cool. That was your first time ever going there. You were so confused. I still didn't get it till after the episode. What, parody, Irvin, or? Oh, happy birthday to Sarah's daughter. Happy birthday to Sarah's daughter. Woo! I was there really asking legit questions, and Mel kept saying, block him. And Lily's just begging Natalia to fucking notice her at all, Like, she's just poor Lindley. Oh, that sounds lovely. Watching this live in a warm bed on a cold night. Yep, that's great to be thankful for. Lindley has a unique style. Yeah, a bit like an alter ego, Michelle P. Any dodgy shit I want to do, I'm just gonna let Lindley do it. Well, happy birthday to 21-year-old Abby. Gosh, 21. I love turning 21. That's the first time in here. I know Mel wanting to block when she said she was going to block Vinny G. It was one of her buddies on YouTube, and he got really upset. She's like, "You're being really needy. Somebody block him." And then he's in chat going, "You tell me you didn't block me." I'm really pissed off. Singing with James Blunt. Oh, God. You're getting frustrated, really? Oh, have you got a coffee out of handmade dolls and stuff? Well, let's all be grateful and thankful for coffee. It was funny. I was pissing myself laughing just watching, but that's what Natasha Cooper does. So, maybe, and Mel keeping a straight face when she's telling everyone to block people. I mean, nobody actually did get blocked. But, the last live Mel did, I've had a wrench for her for years and never used it. And her last live, I was like, can I just, for once, time some people out? And then I couldn't, Melma wasn't allowed to end the live. She had to wait till they were all had all sat through their time out so she could say thank you to them. That amused the fuck out of me for some reason, but it doesn't take much. Oh my God, there's 20 people in here. Hi, Joey. We're talking about things that are that we're thankful for. We're kind of, on the Thanksgiving bandwagon, not celebrating on that day, but just the concept of gratitude. But I love Irvin's just talking about the first time he encountered Natalia and Lindley, and Mel constantly telling people to block him. He had no idea what the fuck was going on. Oh my God. It was really funny too. Like, there's people on my channel that had no idea who Natasha and Lynn are, but they were just like, what the fuck are these two girls? Like, people that have watched Mel and I for the last few years, and they couldn't work out what the hell was going on. It was a lot of fun. Well, the Grim Truther does good stuff. They've just put up a "Tis the season to be scammy." Scroll. I'm doing my makeup. Gosh, you're needy. Oh, somebody block her. Somebody block her. What? What have I missed? Joey, you're gonna have to retype it. I don't know what you've said, dude. She said one more time, Irvin. I got scared. Poor Evan. I put one in. Yes, be thankful for coffee. We are real life friends. Where's Kenny? I mean, we met on YouTube, but we are real life friends. And there was a third girl in our little trio of naughty, and unfortunately, she passed away last Christmas. Being there, her name was. But yeah, the three of us used to get up to all sorts of mischief, lots of laughs. Oh, is that what I missed? Your new word, scroll? You're thankful for sex? No, what? Look, fuck me. You Australians are horrible. Joe, you don't know. You arrived late. First up, we're driving along. Casper pops in and says, I'm thankful for morning wood. So he comes in and pretty much lets us all know he's got a boner and he's about to have a wank. So that was delightful. Then we've got Ms. T and Mr. Recliner Man who are in chat talking about reenacting what Sonny did on the table, but in loose terms, Mr. Recliner referring to it as breakfast. And now you've thanked the Lord for sex toys. My God, Australians, what we talk about first thing in the morning, aren't we special? Oh, thank you, Scout. Screw. Poor Evan was confused. Well, good. That's what parodies are meant to do. Yeah, you miss Madonna? Yeah. It's a hard time because we've got all the 1 year anniversaries coming up. So, well, the 1 year anniversary of her death. Yeah, all you Australians waking up and it's all about sexy time. Farika, hello. She's thankful. You like the cold shoulder tops? Nice. You have to remove that. YouTube will get mad. What will they get mad about? Oh, Kenny, look, no, can we not? Then tell us, sec. Bloody hell, Joey, look what you've done. It's a complex question, where's Kenny? It doesn't, toys don't replace husband. They can add to what you do with your husband, but also they can do things better than your husband sometimes. So, it's all fun and games. I need to do a whole live on that. Mind you, excessive use of toys can put a lot of pressure on dudes because they do have some features that are pretty amazing and no human being can replicate them. So you've got to be careful that you don't overuse the toy and then have high expectations of your human lover who will never be able to replicate it. You've got to, whereas Kenny, you have to find a balance with the toys. Right. If we dealt with that, I was just putting on my eyeshadow. Can we move on? Oh my God, there's spankings, sex toys. I know. Yeah, there's some great, like man versus dildo things that go around. Double the fun. I can't do a poll while I'm in the car. No, we can just do it in chat. That's a good question. Sex better in the morning or best in the evening? Look, everyone's got their own thing. Trixie's thankful for her bed. Good, unlike everyone else in Australia who'd be like, I'm glad I've got a workbench, aka my bed, to utilise in the next 5 minutes while I'm still participating in Tori's chat. I wonder how Casper's doing. I hope he's completed his mission this morning. I can't believe that was his only contribution. I'm thankful for morning wood. And then he left. Thank you so much for that, Casper. Shit, it's already 12 past 8. I've got to stop reading chat and keep doing my hair. I think sex is great at all times. I'm not an either or person. I think it's a great way to start the day. Nighttime, you can frolic a bit longer. But also, a lot of people at nighttime these days are just like, fuck off, I'm tired. I don't know. I'm more, probably if you had to nominate your favorite one, I kind of like the middle of the day surprise one, the lunchtime quickie. Then, of course, there's afternoon delight. Or there's the wake up in the middle of the night and you're kind of already shagging without realizing it. That's a good one. That's a great one. I like that one. You're kind of both partially awake, so you kind of get things going on, but then you really wake up and you're like, go us. Check us out at 3 a.m. I don't know. Look, I think we should all just be grateful for sex. Irvin, I love the drunken sex where your mind is horny, but your stick is hung. I've got to go to work shortly and be a responsible lawyer and help people. What are you all doing? I'm not even finishing that. Sloppy seconds? What the? All right, people. People, calm down. Fucking hell. I might be having to do a lunchtime booty visit. Thanks to you bastards. Can we just be thankful for some nice things like Hello Kitty and peony flowers and good chocolate, Belgian chocolate? Like, can we just go back down that road so I can get my mind back into working? And would that be possible? I'm doing my mascara and I'm ignoring chat, you dirty birds and boys. Have you calmed down? Far out. 4 horny Australians sabotage my life, and we've talked about boners, butt plugs, fucking booty calls. Or let's not hold back. Eating somebody out lying on a table and calling it breakfast. We've talked about everything this morning. Listen to Lindley. I'm channeling Lindley. Poor Lindley. Lindley doesn't like sex talk because she hasn't had sex since 1972. So she gets very upset. If it's a conversation she can't actually... Oh, well, no, she participates in conversations all the time without any knowledge about what she's talking about. But sex is an element of jealousy as well. She's jealous. That's where the word jealousy should be used, with Lindley. Very jealous. I'm not going to go into work till exactly... Oh, fuck, I've got to do my hair too. Doesn't take much though. I've got my new hairdo. My new hairs. Easy peasy. All right, are you under control in chat? You're on I orgasm, I mean object. Irvin, what are you all doing? I was expecting some sort of civility. And you're all carrying on like pork chops. What's going on? Is there a full moon? Why are you all so horny? This was meant to be a feel-good live about reasons to be thankful. And don't get me wrong, I'm thankful for sex too, but it's not even 9 o'clock in the morning and you're all bloody dry rooting whatever furniture's near you by the sounds of it. You're all humping your armchairs or something. What are you doing? Oh, good. See, I've come back in and I get a comment from Scout. Oh, Joey, we know sex feels good. Oh my God, did you not hear me say move on? I want sunshine, lollipops and rainbows. You guys are hilarious, though. I do love all of you. I love my new hair too. It's so blonde. Well, it's not blonde, but it's got blonde in it, and I love it. I've gone blonde in my middle age. Blondish. Blondes have more fun. Oh, Andrew, you did an amazing job of my hair. It looks fabulous. Oh my God. Guys, seriously, you'd be like, Tori, you are sex on a stick this morning. You would, seriously. And trust me, there's very few times you would say that, but today you would. I'm looking kind of cute, if I do say so myself. It's all the hair. Did you say rainbows? Tam is having fun with small. It's small is so much fun, Mr. Recliner Man. I can't wait for us all to do some stuff on there. It's going to be hilarious. Joey is determined. She's just going to keep dropping the smutty one-liners. You guys are so funny. I am grateful for this channel and this community because, seriously, you've all kind of moved into this community from completely different places and we're all like-minded twits. That's great. Small is so addictive. I was in the kitchen mucking around with it yesterday. I'm like, all right, just one more before you start cooking dinner. And then like an hour later, I'm like, I really need to make dinner. It gets so addictive. Look at Scout. She's the responsible sweetheart in the chat. The rest of you are dirty perverts. Hi, Breezy. And one that walks in right now, they're like, dirty perverts, isn't it? First thing in the morning in Australia. What the hell is she talking about? I'm talking about my subs. They're dirty perverts. I've got 10 minutes before I start work. You guys are so funny, though. Oh, my God. Thank God I wasn't driving. I would have run off the road. Where are you all going to go and play? Is there somebody live on YouTube where you can take your smut? Ruth, who are you calling pervert? You ain't seen that. Yeah, good enough. Let's not unleash. Well, Ruth, you've got exactly 5 minutes to unleash hell if you wish. You'd be hilarious. Some of your one-liners, Ruth, will be gold. You got 5 minutes. It's 3:20 here. That's what she. Look at all of you. I'm almost. If I could leave my car running, and it would keep charging my phone, I'd just get out and go and leave my phone in the car, and you can all just have your little bloody YouTube orgy. You're at your sister's. Well, you better behave. I lost my virginity in my sister's bed, and I told her a few years ago, and she still looks at me every now and then and just goes, can't believe you lost your virginity in the bed I conceived my children in. She's still traumatized by that. I had bunk beds. She went to Denmark for a year as an exchange student and had a double bed. I moved into a room. I was in year 12. Smart girl, you know. Oh, you got 5 minutes. That's what she said. You guys are hilarious. I do love this community. Like, honestly, we've all kind of found each other. I don't know how, but we have. I'm glad. I'm grateful for the Traces of Nuts community because you are really funny, and it's so fun to like bump into you out and about in other channels and just have a few giggles. Saucy Minx. Oh yes, trust me. That when I lost my virginity, I don't think Saucy or Minx applied at all. I remember thinking, "What's all the fuss about? That was really quick and boring." It was very quick. Hit the like button if you're horny. 3 minutes, 10 seconds is the average for a man. Well, it was certainly that's about what it was when I lost my virginity. I was devo. I was like, really? I put this off for such a long time. I waited till I'd actually finished school. It was a week before my 18th birthday, and I just finished year 12. And I've been dating this guy through high school, and finally the big day came, and I was just like, oh, really? Happy Thanksgiving. Where's Kenny? Where's Kenny? Have a lovely day. Have a lovely feast. 50 positions. I'll do you in 50 positions in under a minute. Top that. Good grief. Joey, of course. You didn't respect my authority and move on. You guys, is there some little YouTube channel? Is there a YouTube orgy community? You all need to go there. Hey, is there a YouTube sex community? I suppose it wouldn't be because YouTube's so strict. That's probably what OnlyFans took off, right? He had a backlog. Well, I mean, I don't have time to go into details, but no, he wasn't deprived sexually until that point. We did other things. All right, I've got to sign off. You've got 1 minute, all of you, to say something you're thankful for. If you do happen to find a YouTube sex community, I thoroughly recommend you all join it because you've definitely ticked all the boxes for membership. Oh yeah, we've talked about that before. When I found that, I stumbled across it in my parents' book collection. Oh my God, the pubic hair in that book. I wish I'd kept it because Mum had put notes in there about positions. The same with her copy of the Kama Sutra. Honestly, it scarred me for life. My mum gave ratings out of 10 practically, like I do when I cook. I'm thankful for all you guys too, Sarah. That's the comment I'm focusing on to end this live. As you know, this one, I'm passing Breezy in her whole discussion. As the lovely Ruth who's behaving herself says, lots of kisses and love hearts and paw prints. Oh, there we go. Thankful for this channel and the mods and subs, absolutely. Thankful for people like all of you and great conversation like we have here. Exactly, Michelle. Thank you. Thank you for restoring a sense of decency in my chat. All right, you're going to have to take your sexy talk and sex squabbling and comparing notes elsewhere. And I blame Casper for this. He arrived all guns blazing to inform us all he had a boner, and it really went downhill from there. Yes, we're all thankful for lovely Anton too. And Sunny, the fanny cleaning cat on the table. I mean, they should all clean their fannies. It cracks me up actually when I first. No, I'm going to go down a road. I've got to end this live. Have a great day, everyone. I've got to go to work and give people legal advice and change their lives for the better. And my clients don't pay me. I work in a legal service where we get paid by funding. So I don't take on clients who fundraise for legal funds on YouTube, just so you know. That's a lovely way to end it, Scout. Take care, Groovers. Thank you so much. This was a heap of fun. And some of you, seriously, have some sex before you start humping your furniture, okay? See you all soon.